One of the ways that Jesus helps us deal with our fears is to simply give us something to fear more. In other words, the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. One of the things that we've looked at over the last several weeks is the truth that when we're saved from something, we're saved from something and into something else. Last week we talked about how Jesus saves us from not only the penalties of sin, but the power of sin over us. He is the one who completely saves us, the only one who can. But today I'd like to wrap up this several week series with this wonderful truth that we're saved into so much goodness by Jesus. When we put our trust in Him, when we admit that we are not in control, only He is in control. When we're able to reach out to Him and expect that He can save us and only He can save us, it sets us free. Jesus Himself said that the thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy, but He has come, He, the good shepherd, has come to give us life and life to the full. And that's always His dream. Not just that we don't go to hell when we die, but that we live life to the full here, and then we get to go to heaven. So let's embrace that truth together. First of all, we are saved to live life fully. We're also saved to live life in power and in hope. And this doesn't mean that we have a guarantee that we will never fail, that we will never have to wade through some hard times. In fact, we have a guarantee from Jesus that we will have to face some hard times. We know that will happen to us. He's promised that it will, but He tells us that He has overcome the world. We are also saved to live in true freedom. Freedom from fear. Freedom because we trust in something that's bigger than ourselves. Someone that is bigger than ourselves. We have the ability to not just be controlled by our own desires and our own ideas and our own attempts to try to control the things around us, to try to stay safe, to try to stay comfortable, to try to stay alive. Instead, we are set free from all of those illusions that actually steal and kill and destroy the joy that could be ours in this life. And instead, we are set free to live in fellowship with God, with people around us, to live with purpose, to live with freedom, to live with joy. This is what Jesus ultimately is offering all of us, and it starts now in this life, and then it extends into eternity. Jim Elliott, who is a missionary who is famous for giving his life to save some Ecuadorian Indians. He said this: "He is no fool who gives what he cannot keep to gain what he cannot lose." Let me say that one more time. He is no fool who gives what he cannot keep to gain what he cannot lose. Corrie ten Boom, who faced Holocaust. As she lived through that, she was the only one of her family who did, after risking everything to save other people from that. She said this: "Never be afraid to trust an unknown future to a known God." Never be afraid to trust an unknown future to a known God. See, Jesus replaces our fears with life. It's not that He doesn't let us be afraid of anything. It's not that there aren't some legitimate things to be afraid of, but He kind of reframes the whole conversation and says what we really need to be afraid of is missing out on what He has given us, what He has prepared for us, what God the Father is offering in this life and in the next. And I'd like to remind you today that success in any area of your life requires daily choices starting now. In other words, it requires you to make not just one wise choice today, but keep making it over and over and over again. You're not going to beat your fears by just making one choice. But if you surrender to Jesus today, and you surrender again tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, you just courageously follow wherever He leads, your life will be set free in ways that you can't even imagine right now. God bless you.